there's my confirmation before I even got into it. Okay, so unlocking these memories has exposed some people. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a chance, everybody, to hop in here. Guys, I am offering $20 mini reads, 2 questions for $10. If you would like to be put on the list, just let me know. Hey, hey. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get in here. Hold on, y'all. Gotta go get my lighter. Okay. Beloved ancestor spirit guides to the Most High God, I call on Archangel Michael for protection. Anybody seeing anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, please black and blind them. I call back our energy and send theirs back with full forgiveness in all forms to the universe at this time. Thank you to the Most High God. Okay, so family, so as I'm just relaxing, something dawned on me. Okay, um, you unlocking some type of memories, and then you're speaking about it. Okay, um, this has got some people feeling exposed, worried, afraid. Okay, because there could have been something. Okay, from the past that they didn't need you to talk about. There was something here they didn't need you to remember. Okay. This could even be about your childhood. Okay. Y'all just stay with me. Because if you remember certain details, then it's gonna expose a whole other slew of things over here. Okay. Two people done left. That's confirmation. Okay. Hey babies. Um I noticed that people start panicking collective when you start maybe changing up like your eating habits. You go and get yourself clean and sober. Um, you start removing yourself from people, places, and things. Okay. Um, the reason they need you to stay over here in all this chaos is because they don't need you to unlock a memory. They don't need you to be able to sit in that stillness and in that peace. Because there could be a very, very important piece that you're unlocking here that is going to really open Pandora's box up. For some of my collective, you've already done this. That's why people are running scared. And that's why, like I was saying, somebody could have paid somebody to like come and get in your energy, and whoever this individual was, whatever they seen, they wasn't balanced enough to even understand what they seen. Okay, because of all the trauma and things that you've been through, it doesn't bother you, right? Because you've been through some traumatic experiences in your life. Um, and now they're saying that you are all the way tapping into something here. That's why they're sitting there. Somebody's biting their fingernails because they don't want you to remember something, okay? These places could be very significant, okay? There could have something to do with a fire truck. There could have something to do with a hotel room. There could have something to do with a house, um, maybe a basement area, an attic when you was a child, okay? Somebody do, and see, listen, and I don't know who I'm talking to right now. They could already tapped into your memory as a child to try to like suppress this, okay? Um, to make sure that you didn't remember something. Because you know, a lot of the collective has come and said, hey, VG, I don't remember a lot of my childhood. I wonder why. Then you get around certain things and it starts triggering you, and you're like, why am I triggered by that? What is this? Like I was saying last night about my own self, y'all, when I started plugging certain things in, it was it was very easy for me to detach with a situation. Because the more detached I am, the more I can see things. Because I'm not emotionally attached to it, right? That's going to be very significant. Some of you guys are possibly went under hypnosis and you ain't said anything. Okay. Um, and what you've seen under hypnosis, it's been like a fear of yours. You're scared of something, but you don't understand why you so scared of this. But it could be attached to this memory here that somebody wanted you to suppress and they didn't want you to see. Okay. See, spirit could be showing you visions and it's like it's triggering you and you're like, okay, what is this? Who is this? What does this person mean to me? Right? So you could be reviewing something and it's like, okay, let me go back to this. Y'all stay with me now. Because, see, you gotten some kind of clarity and it's a mystery. Okay? This is something that you didn't have passion for. You don't care about it. You know, maybe you detached your energy, you release some things, then you know you had a vision. Or it could be of the authorities, what you seen when you was a child. There was something here, right? Because ever since I was going to tap into this energy, that's all I've been hearing. Water signs. Something could have happened in the past and somebody's tapping into this memory and you're worried. Okay? And you are in this energy. Now I'm starting to understand why you don't want to argue about something. Because somebody's remembering something. You trying to tell the story a different kind of way. That message ain't for all my water signs. That's just for some that something's going on here. Okay? Y'all stay with me. Somebody is in fear that somebody, and you could have brought up something. And somebody's like, nah, that didn't happen. No, it happened. It happened just like that. I could be somebody's confirmation tonight. There is a memory, okay, that you just unlocked, and it's like, oh, there it is. Yeah, and it's a long journey. Cause it's like once you unlock this memory, you went down the rabbit hole. You started plugging certain pieces in. Okay, there could be an individual in your family, water signs, that is bringing something to light from the past here, and you're sitting here saying, why does that sound familiar? Because you could have been young, very young. Okay? Okay, tell me about this energy here, Spirit. Gemini. There is some communication, and somebody doesn't want something to arrive for you, and somebody here could literally be the one that is bringing this communication in for you. And somebody's really, really upset. They don't want this being revealed here. And I feel like with this Capricorn new moon, this war that somebody's been fighting within them or whatever, that's over with, okay? And you are going to be able to tap into something and be able to really achieve something, okay? And it is what it is. Because this is some sinister stuff here that's been going on. That could have been going on around you, okay? And you wasn't aware of who the key players was. And say you tapped into this memory, you start seeing certain faces. You ain't seen these people in a long time. So you're sitting here and you're saying, okay, I remember going to my cousin's house or all this other stuff, right? But there were certain things that you were seeing. Something about this, right? And it's like, okay. So when you start putting these puzzle pieces together, it's like, okay, there was some weird stuff going on. And I'm connecting some water signs with this. There is some shit from the past here. You do not want to come to light here. And it's too late. Something's already done. The Pandora's box is already opened up here. Somebody got away. Somebody healed. Somebody recovered. Somebody has gotten their head back on straight. And them memories are coming back to somebody. And I feel like there is a group of people here that is so upset and so worried. And y'all keep trying to get to somebody. And somebody is so protected here that you cannot get to somebody. That is out of the question. Game over. It's done. Because this person has already let out some pieces of information that this investigators, it was key pieces of information. Do y'all see what I'm saying, collective? And this group of people don't know what to do because they have completely no access to whoever I'm talking to right now. They no matter who they call, what resource they use, they still can't get access to you, collective. And it is what it is. Because you don't play that opening that door back up. When it's over, it's over. Okay? And somebody here is trying to get an invitation and they can't. And they're secretly trying to get an invitation. So is somebody trying to butter somebody up new in your life or doing something here that you don't know about? And it's like this person's like, why do you want access to them? What's going on? Why do you need to talk to them? Because somebody needs to send somebody in. Somebody needs to talk to you, and you refuse to do any talking with somebody. Okay? But do y'all remember, okay, I said the other day, because see, something's been activated within you, and they can't deactivate it, okay? Y'all remember the other day when I said, there is somebody here that's made some enemies that they don't want, and while they're over here so focused on you, they need to be focused on them. This could be this person. They have made some type of enemies here and sit at the table with certain type of people they ain't had no business even sitting with, and they don't even know what type of power or resources these people have. And see, this is the thing. Like this gentleman right here. He come in here to be a distraction, right? But it's not working. Collective, you are solely focused on something here and you're like, that's it. There it is. That's the blockage I got. Right? So what we do is we just remove the distractions. Right? Because it's so funny that that person would come in here whenever they seen that title put up there. See, I let people talk long enough till you expose yourself. That's the second fake account that I've had to remove. The first one was on my Facebook. And guess what, y'all? It was so crazy because this person laughed at a post that I had posted. I reposted somebody's stuff, right? And it was saying, don't let someone, I think it was like, discourage you from your vision just because they haven't found theirs. Somebody laughed about that. Because, see, you've had a vision of something. Your vision is correct. Your vision is on point, collective. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but you're fixing to watch something play out and be like, oh my. Because you found the treasure by being your authentic self. Somebody don't want to release you and you not playing with them. You're playing chess, not checkers. Family. And you got some guidance somewhere. Okay? And it was like, oh, okay. There's the wisdom I need, right? And there's the vision. Because, see, collective, this is the thing. And I'm talking to all the collective. Exactly. Once you start unlocking certain memories, ain't no going back. That's why I say, who's really truly had an awakening if you want to keep going back to your past? Are you just following spirituality because it's a trend? Or is some of us really lived some really, really crazy lifetime type for first 48 type lives, okay, from the past, and it's like, no, VG, that door is closed. That's how I know certain people has had a real awakening, because you're not gonna reopen this door and try to go reopen this connection, because you can't unsee the memories that you've unlocked, collective. You can't. There's no way. No way. You would rather sit alone by your fucking self than go and sit at the table with somebody here that you know tried to unalive you or do something to you, right? Betray you, backstab you, whatever. Family, friends, lovers, kids, whatever it is. It ain't no going back. That door is closed. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's why I be asking myself all the time. Some people come out here, it's like, who sent you? Because the memory's already been unlocked. Who has sent you? Somebody desperate? Somebody scared? They don't know what to do because you already have done let the cat out the fucking bag. It is what it is. Now people are fixing to have to accept their punishment for what part they played in something. Now, how far the domino's gonna fall? Shit, we don't know. That they need to be looking at how many people they had involved in certain things here. I'm just saying. How many people y'all have on payroll? How many people did y'all have actually working? And then the collective unlocked the memory here. And it's like the whole, listen, you don't go and start gang stalking somebody and trying to put fear in them and trying to rush them off the internet and hurrying up and trying to do all of this and put this person in place, and now all of a sudden that person's crazy. They got to go to the crazy house. It just seems like these patterns, collective, you're not working anymore. Because every time they try to shove you into the crazy house, you get a clean bill of health, and then you get out, motherfuckers sitting here saying, what just happened here? How did that work? Because they try to say that you was on drugs. They try to say you was crazy. They try to say this. They try to say that. All your accusations. You actually did me a favor by going over here clearing my mental health. Thank you. You taking me into that court and putting in all of these false ass claims. You cleared my name. Thank you. Do y'all see the vindication that they actually helped you get by trying to? What was meant to be bad actually turned out good. Now you got doctor's paperwork stating that your ass is sane. You good. So can that mama or that sister or that aunt or that dad or that baby's father or baby's mother sit over here and say, "Oh no, they're crazy"? Am I? Because the last time I checked, there's like 3 or 4 doctors that says otherwise. They say that I am just fine. No, what it is, Mister, Mrs. You're upset because now I done tapped into a memory and I know exactly what the fuck has been going on here. I know exactly who played a role here, and you can say this and you can say that, whatever you want to, but it's just so funny how y'all out here and y'all can't get right. What's going on here now, collective? This is why I tell y'all all the time: the truth will always expose itself. Cause see, they put you in situations that actually vindicate you. They said, "Oh, they done this to me. Oh, they need to be arrested," and then they get their alibi, and you're over there on camera at work. Huh? How'd that work out for you going in line? Now that's a false report. Now they're going to backtrack everything that you've been saying. Y'all remember how I said that there's an investigator that's been watching for quite a while now. And he went back and looked at some records, right? Somebody could have always kept you in court. And it's always the same names that's on the court papers. So instead of the investigator reaching out and doing anything, he said, "You know what? I'm going to investigate this person. Why are you always putting somebody in court? Why are you always doing something?" Well, the investigator went over there, and now all of a sudden, things are starting to get real interesting. Because somebody over here has got a secret life that they've been hiding, but they've been saying that it was you the whole time. But it's the life that they've been living. Because, see, collective, this is the thing. You do have intuitive, very, very intuitive investigators out here. Okay? They literally are on point with things. They don't make impulsive decisions. They don't call and call this in or call that in. They get facts first. Because something in your case file just did not add up. They probably got the doctor's statements where you was put in the hospital. They probably got where, they made this statement and said this and this. And you've been cleared of everything. So they're watching and they're watching, they're seeing, observing, and you tapped into a memory. This could have been a story time on TikTok. You was like, "Man, listen, y'all. I remember as a little girl, A, B, C, or D. This was going on, that's going on." That investigator's watching, and he's like, "We was investigating them for that case." They told us they didn't know them people. They told us this, and this. Collective, some of y'all was there during something that was happening. Okay? Some of us was actually there when some certain things was going on, but we was too young to understand what was going on. Okay? Y'all, look, in real time, real life, I tapped into a memory of us living on this street. Okay? And I remember us living across the street as a young child from a young girl that went missing years later. hmm Like I was like, I remember being a little girl out there playing, and I remember the name of the street and how the street looked and everything. And I remember us living out there because the house was like up on a hill, and it was like the driveway went up like this. And I remember this woman, she come in and she was bringing some clothes or shoes or something. And I remember the house directly almost across the street from us. And y'all, years later, a little girl went missing from that house. And I don't know what that has to do with anything. I really don't. I just remember us living on that street. I think I was probably, I think she, let's see. Ah, shit. Y'all don't even know how old I was. But I was young, though. I could have been in like the first or second grade, something like that. But y'all, it's so crazy because as a grown woman, I rode down that street and it's like it played back in my head, right? Have you ever had a moment like that and you go back to the place? That's how I do it. I was like, okay, let me go over here and ride over here. Let me just see like what and I was, y'all, the whole street, every house on that fucking street, literally, even the same house that I lived in, gone. Except that one person's house where the missing girl went missing from. So it was like I went searching for that trigger because I was like, why is this important? And y'all, I feel like this missing persons case is connected to my childhood somehow. Yes. It's like there's certain things that I can watch on TV, and I'm like, something is connected to this. I watch certain shows, and I'm like, why does that sound familiar? Cause see, you're tapping into some type of memories here, collective, and then you talk about it and you speak on it, and that's why people are so worried because the truth is stranger than fiction. I think so. Lou, I'm gonna tell you something. I believe that deep in my soul, that's what is connected to. And I'm telling y'all, I'm like, something is, and it's been over 20 years, right? 20, it's been probably about 25, maybe damn near 30 years. And I feel like there could be something here. Yes. Mm-hmm. Um, mm-hmm. So yeah, something about these, like you remembering something here, and these and tapping into these memories, okay? And this could be somebody that's close to you, okay? This person is finally like sitting down and starting to realize something as well. And it's like, hold on. It could be about their own childhood. And somehow you and somebody else's childhood could be connected. Okay. I heard a soulmate. There could be a soulmate here. And it's like, hmm, hold on now. What's going on here? Somebody connecting the dots to something. Yeah, okay. Okay, y'all remember whenever I was talking about the twin flame and the two families being connected? The community, the sun. They're putting something together here and they're like, oh, that family's been connected to each other. They've been, y'all see what I'm saying? They've been working together. They was building businesses together. There was some kind of association with possibly a twin flames, the family and your family. Uh-huh. Right. And also look at certain people who just mysteriously passes away. They just mysteriously went missing, or they mysteriously, had a car accident. This done happen, that done happen, right? And it's like, hmm, are all these things starting to be investigated about certain people from people, certain groups being investigated? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of these things are not coincidences, right? That's like when I have a dream 3 times in a row, I know that's very, very strong, and that has a meaning to it. There is something here, and it's so crazy because I've had a dream 3 times in a row in the last 3 years. I'm wondering if that's what they're doing to somebody else. But in the dream, it was like me, right? But it was like spirit was showing me that's what they're doing to somebody else. Does that make sense? Because I pay close attention to my dreams. Because there's always a meaning there. That's right. And see, now, whenever you start changing your lifestyle and you get these distractions out of your way, you move this chaos around, you start eating a lot cleaner, and you start really, really tapping into thyself. Why do you think you become a problem? Why do you think that you become somebody's enemy without even knowing you was their enemy? You could have been running with your best friend for 15, 20 years, and now all of a sudden you bring up something and they're like, "Are you a problem now?" We said we was never going to discuss that again. Because you remembered something exactly how it happened. And they're sitting there saying, "No, that ain't how that happened." What do you mean? Collective, y'all listen now. Y'all better check in. Y'all better check in. Some people need to cleanse their energy because your intuition's off. Use your discernment. Something about that's going to be very, very significant. Use your discernment. Because somebody here, manipulation and health problems. Mm-hmm. Death magic. And they know they're getting karma. Yes. Okay. Awesome. But collective, people need to be aware of this because, like, I've been having visions and dreams of something else when I was a little girl, and y'all, it's pretty disturbing. And I'm like, what is this? Hmm. And I ain't gonna lie, it's keeping me away from certain individuals. Yeah, because I'm like, hold on, this don't make me feel good. Is this what you was doing to me when I was a little girl? Y'all, and you know what's so crazy? That's the same house that I remember being across from a little girl that went missing years later is the same house that the molestation took place on my cousin. That's why that place it was so significant because that's where my cousin, um, yeah. Then out of nowhere, the cousin just disappeared and moved to another state. See, somebody cannot put an ending, okay, to your gifts. Because you've done tap way too deep, and they're now the only thing they can do is just try to run away. And running away is not going to help because the puzzle pieces is falling together here. See, y'all, can I tell y'all something? A lot of these people, they screwed themselves by getting the authorities involved with you. They didn't use their intuition. You stayed on your pathway. You're very mature about a situation. Their foundation is falling here, and now they can't say hello. They can't come in. They should have never put the authorities on your trail, anyways, because that was what was going to expose them, anyways. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Yeah, that part. Exactly. That's why I would say, like, keep a dream journal beside your bed with a pen. So as soon as you wake up, you'll know. Right. You're going to know. Write it down. Because, like, y'all, it was so crazy. Like, one night, the middle of the night, I woke up and I wrote April 14th down. I kept hearing April 14th, April 14th. I raised up, grabbed my dream journal, and I wrote it down, and I laid back down, went right back to sleep. There's something significant about that date. I don't know what it is. It still hasn't came to me yet, but I know everything's got to come full circle, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay. Cause y'all, no matter what people want to think, everything around you is a sign. Numbers, music, TV shows, car license plates, certain things that you see, animals, everything is a sign around you, right? And it's like, And somebody wants to know how you keep putting this together because Spirit keeps on dropping these gems and these signs on you, and you're like, there it is. And then your ass lays down and goes to sleep, and then it's like it plays like a movie. Something about the gut health is very, very significant because y'all know my friend came in here was talking about gut health and things like that. Yes, everything is communication, and it's popping up everywhere. So that's gonna be very significant for somebody. I don't know. You've unlocked some kind of memory, and yeah, you got some folks real, real scared. Oh, excuse me. Mm. Yeah, you always want to keep your boundaries up. That's why I say, like, listen now, if you really truly are done with your past, and it's because you've unlocked some memories collective, and I always, like I say, once you get your magical glasses, you can't take them off, and it is what it is, right? I just can't go back there, right? That's not something I can do. And that's really, really important. Um, because what we say, if somebody trying to spin the block on you, they trying to finish you off. And it's like, let me just, I got to stay up out the way. Yeah. So, something about this. Oh. So, for April 14th, her birthday. Gotcha. Have they checked into the boyfriend? The confirmation. Yeah, have they checked into the boyfriend? Mm. Something about him is sketchy and his story is sketchy. I feel like he's got people that's covering up for him. I got you, sis. Yeah, I just seen what you sent over. Yeah, let me know what your two questions is. Hey, love. I'm just saying, pay attention. She knew other things. Okay. Tell me what sis needs to know here and what she needs to focus on. Pay attention to your gifts. Pay attention to the messages that you're getting. Something about inner child or Nick, okay? Your baby son. Pay attention to, I feel like he's trying to give you messages. Like when you're communicating with him, sis, he's giving you messages. Something about this, okay, is going to be very significant here. Yes, they are. That man, I swear, look, I ain't even, that's so crazy. They know that they fucked up by putting you where they did, because now you done tapped into memories. You know what's going on, sis. You don't got no animosity. You just like fucking tell the truth. Rising star. Something about your resume and job. Focus on that. But something, baby boy is trying to give you some kind of information whenever he's talking to you. Read between the lines is what they're saying. I feel like whatever cop come over there too, they're letting them know like, listen, she's grown. We can't do this. We can't keep going over there to her house. There's nothing wrong with her. Somebody going to prison, sis. Sis, I don't have that. I don't have that social media website. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. And they're over there watching. It's causing a lot of destruction because of all the information you're gathering. Instead of keeping it in, you're talking about it, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's why Spirit's giving you the messages to talk about. You got to keep following your gifts and doing what you need to do. I don't listen now. Karmic masculine, you're causing all kind of problems for this karmic masculine. He should have thought. He should have thought about what he was doing, but he didn't. Mm. Somebody finna rot in this seal. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Yeah, and you're staying in your North Node energy and having faith. Mm-hmm. Somebody not seeing no bliss energy though, baby. Listen now. Okay, all right. I'll go over there to that one. Okay, gotcha. Cause they know somebody can't be trusted. See, they can't keep you in bondage and some shit. I don't blame you. I would have too. Do you know this is the only thing that's saving your life? I'm gonna be honest. This is the only thing saving people's life is the fact that you keep speaking out. And it's easier for them to put the puzzle pieces together because they talking about that you crazy. Well, if I'm so crazy, how I know about this, this, and this, and this? How do I know about this, this, and this? But you remember what I said, Lisa, whenever they put you in that place, exactly, because you're not scared of them, and now they're upset because whenever they put you over there, they vindicated you. You got paperwork stating otherwise. Motherfucker, read the paperwork. Guess what it says? It says, I am okay. I am good. What about you? Why you keep sending them people over here? Why are you so worried about me for? You know what I'm saying? Shit don't make no damn sense. I love you, chick. You got this. I don't know why. I don't know why they thought that they was gonna have the upper hand with something. I'm just saying. Yeah. Right. Okay. Exactly. Hey y'all, listen, in real time, let me tell y'all something. It's so funny because your enemies, okay, that you didn't even know you had enemies, that they finding themselves in a real pickle, okay. They they done all of this stuff, and like I said, they done created some type of enemies that they don't want, and now you can run but you can't hide. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. It's like catch me if you can type shit, okay. Somebody can be very, very like looking over their shoulder. They don't know what to do because they're scared because of some shit that transpired in the past here. And it's because somebody in their family love going and sitting with people in the community, okay, type shit that they own family didn't even mess with, and they sitting over here. Y'all, this is like somebody sitting at the table with somebody try to unalive you, and then they come over here and they're like, "Listen, it's cold out. You know, really, shit. Then you need to go on down there to the shelter. Then you didn't hear me. Well, it's cold, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I don't know what you gonna do. But you finna go. Listen, they got plenty of shelters open for you. Go on, take your ass down there. Now there gonna be some people be like, "VG, are you really gonna be like that?" You motherfucking right, I am. Once I see and I can't unsee, and then I have receipts, oh no, baby, no, ain't no kindness, ain't no compassion, ain't none of that. You not finna come over here and sit at my table after you knowingly knew. No, sorry, hate that for you. Okay, go on, get over there. Collective, you have to start putting these type of boundaries up. I don't care who it is, family, lovers, friends, people that you used to deal with back there, people you used to work with. Once you know about certain things, baby, listen, exactly. It's time for people to take accountability for their actions and everything else. And it's like, ain't nobody finna play with you. And then once you start tapping into these memories and you start talking about certain things, listen now, it ain't I didn't know that was your story. Damn, my bad. Oh, okay. I didn't know that you was involved in that. Remember, you have just been over here pleading your case. Okay? I've been homeless. Sure have. Quite a few times. And you know how I stopped that cycle from helping everybody else. Because I was gullible gums. I let people just come sleep on my couch. I let people just do all of this stuff. I had to stop that shit. I had to start putting myself first. That's why I said something about Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays and all of this stuff. Who? What Thanksgiving? Christmas presents. I got rent to pay. I can't help. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, I can do this for you, knowing that everything that I have coming in literally is already spent. So why am I gonna lie to you and tell you that I can go over here and I can do this for you? I'm not doing none of that. Sorry. And if that makes me an asshole, then I don't know what to tell. Do y'all see what I'm saying, collective? But oh, gullible gums here. It didn't matter what a motherfucker was going through. Yeah, come on. Listen, you can sleep on my couch. I didn't know what they just got done doing whenever they come to my house. I just felt sorry for everybody. Now I ask the hard questions. And motherfuckers get mad when you start asking the hard questions. I literally had to figure out why I always stayed homeless. Why I'd always lose my house. Why I was always in this pickle. Why? Well, first of all, let me examine the people that I'm around. Let me look at the job that I'm working. Or like, you see what I'm saying? All these things have to be looked at. And it's so sad because there's so many people in the world right now finding out they're sitting at an ancient table with an ancient company and an ancient family and all that other shit. And they took your fucking kindness for weakness, and now you out here and you fucking ain't got nowhere to lay your fucking head. And people don't give a fuck. But they push people in survival mode where we got to make sure that our shit's taken care of. Especially the people that's blessed with a house. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's fucked up. Yeah. Cause it's so crazy. Just a couple months ago, me and my husband was on the road. And when we come back, we didn't have nowhere to go. Okay? We had to figure it out. We didn't have nobody to come and figure it out for us. Right? We had to figure that shit out. Exactly. But me and my husband being together, and we made sure. And I'm gonna tell you what, we always paid attention to our money and where we were spending our money. That was one thing. So it was like whenever we come back, we was like, all right, we have this much money. We know we can get in this place. We got to pay this much. Guess what? Moved in with an air mattress and a borrowed TV. That's it. And I had this iPad and all my work stuff. And I literally set up in the living room and then went to the Goodwill and bought furniture. Because guess what? This is the thing. Is when you think somebody's giving you an opportunity, but they really giving you a bag of shit and you don't smell it because they got that, I'm just like, it's so crazy because that's what happened. Took an offer, thought, everything was going to be so great. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Couple months into it, something just didn't sit right. Something wasn't feeling right because it wasn't right. But there was other blessings along the way to learn from that, right, collective? And that's the thing. It's like, and I don't even regret none of this shit. Like, I'll be like, shit, all that happened for me. and not to me. Okay? So for all my people out here, you're going through this right now. Like you got to see the bigger picture here. What was the signs and what was already going on that nobody else that you weren't paying attention to because you was helping somebody else? I'm just saying. Collective, we live in a world where people will literally help you lose everything and not give a fuck and be like, you're fired. You gotta go. You're fired. You don't have no backup plan. You don't. Yeah, all this, and then you're pulling teeth trying to get unemployment, trying to get your fucking 401k from them, all this other shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's why so many people ending up in hotels right now. And look, I remember when folks was laughing whenever I was out of town living in a hotel. We was working out of town, so what was the point of getting an apartment? Because we was fixing to move from that location anyways. People was laughing. They was like, "Oh yeah, VG in a hotel over here." By choice. I sold everything. Moved away for a better opportunity. Why are you laughing? Because see, people don't know your business. But let me tell you something about somebody living in a hotel though. They pay one money for everything. So you and your partner, exactly. See, and that's what I'm saying. So many blockages, right? A collective, you got to pay attention to this. Everybody's circumstances is different, but you and a partner, y'all living in a hotel, right? You're paying one money for everything. See, look, he left you at the hotel, right? So y'all paying one money for everything. Rent by itself is what, $1,700, $1,800 a month. You go into that hotel and you're paying that for lights, water, Wi-Fi, cable. Okay, and you got them coming in and cleaning your room too. Do you see how you can look at this situation? You paying that for the hotel. So really you winning. And if you got two people that's working and y'all busting y'all's behind, guess what? Stack and save, stack and save, stack and save. Well, see, that's just the life that it is, Sue. That's just the life. See? 1650 a month, and that's everything included. And you got people out here paying that just for rent, sis. Some of them paying $2,000 a month just for rent. Y'all, I'm telling you, sometimes you got to cut the fat meat off. Do you need both of them vehicles? Or do you need to live in that big old mansion? Do you need to be going and getting DoorDash sent? Do you need to be Instacarting? Do you just need to take your ass to Walmart and go do the grocery shopping instead of letting them people come? Where is it in your finances where you can cut things off? Okay, there you go. So do you see how really something bad over here actually turns into something good for you? You see what I'm saying, collective? Sometimes you got to change your perspective because God's moving everybody right now. If that company is fired you at Christmas, you didn't need to work for them sorry motherfuckers anyways. Do y'all see the push? If that landlord threw you out November or Christmas, Thanksgiving or Christmas, okay, or even fucking New Year's, you didn't need to live in that place anyways. Do y'all see do you see the signs of things? Because there could have been certain signs where you wasn't even fucking paying attention anyways. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I mean, now we're stepping into the new world, and you finding out how low down people are. They're not trying to figure this out. They're like, well, you know what? We can do this cut and we'll cut 27,000 people We'll cut 30,000 people from over here. The whole time you give a fuck about their company. You give a fuck about them. They don't care about you though. They ain't care about your kids. They ain't care about your sick wife or your sick husband or your grandmama. Or y'all see what I'm talking about? Yes, and then they don't want to give you exactly. And knowing the property's good, don't want to give your fucking deposit back. Oh yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, child, listen. Hey, you can be so good on a property and pay your rent on time and not be a problem and anything, but then when you say, "Hey, I'm fixing to move. I got everything cleaned up, got everything. Can I get my deposit back?" What are you talking about? Cause you didn't know the landlord you was renting from was struggling like a motherfucker. They was struggling more than you was. So when you said you was leaving, that person's over here about to have a fucking heart attack because they're like, hold on, you're the best tenant I got. What you mean you leaving? Cause you was holding up a lifestyle for somebody else over here. Collective, you don't ever know what somebody's going through. Okay, and it's just, and you just sometimes gotta look at things. I'm gonna tell you something. Every situation I ever found myself in, I'm gonna like take a whole damn fine tooth comb, and I'm gonna say, what do I need to learn from this? That's why I said I'll never be homeless again. I don't give a fuck if it's somebody's birthday, if it's Christmas or whatever. If my rent's got to be paid, I'm gonna pay it. I don't care about your holidays that you're over there and you're bowing down to and all this. That's on you, okay? Because at the end of the day, I ain't finna be homeless. Cause I done been there and I done it with kids. And motherfuckers just sit there and watch. I don't give a man. Fuck that. No. Mm-mm. And can I tell you something about them two kids? Them two kids right now bust their ass and work hard. Go to school, have jobs, everything. They ain't putting themselves in a situation where they're gonna be homeless. Y'all see what I'm saying, collective? You want to know why? Because they seen what I got put through and how I always had to be the rock of the family. I always had to survive. I'm the fucking survivor. That's what I do. That's why I was talking about earlier. How many of y'all out here claiming that warrior energy? I'm claiming peace and harmony. Bitch, I've been a warrior too long. Okay, I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. I'm not claiming no warrior energy. I don't know. I'm tired of being the fucking. I am the survivor. I don't give up. I'm tired of being there. Okay, I don't want. I don't know about any of y'all, but I seen that the other day and I said, I'm no warrior. I'm sorry. I'm in peace and I'm chilling and I'm relaxing. I can't do it. I've already had to be that person and I don't want to be her anymore. And I'm not going to keep feeding that type of energy and bringing that energy into my life, right, collective? Remember, what you speak over your life is what comes in. So if you're saying I'm a warrior, the universe is saying, oh, you ready for, okay, you want some more? No, I don't. No, I'm sorry. No. Y'all see what I'm saying, collective? We want peace and harmony. Y'all see the monks walking. The monks is walking for peace. Okay? They don't ever come out of that their little spot to come out. When you see them come out, everybody needs to sit down and shut your ass up and be worried. Sit down. Sit down and just sit in stillness and watch what's going on. No, you don't need to be a warrior. No, you need to sit down somewhere. Look, people's getting mad because I'm saying this, but the fact of the matter is, it's true. What you speak to the universe is going to come back to you, right? It is what it is. You got to stop having so much compassion for people that don't have compassion for you, collective. You have to sit in your own situation and say, okay, this is what I'm not going to do. I'm not ever going to be hungry again. I'm not ever going to be homeless again. So how do I make that stop happening? How? How do I stop falling into this trap? How do I Figure out the root of the problem, right? Real shit. Cause y'all, it was signs everywhere. And how many of us been saying this? Pay attention, pay attention. Everybody walking around with their blindfold on. They like, oh, VG, yeah, we know what's going on. Do you? And now look what's happening. Was you really paying attention? Because the signs has been there. That's why I say, like, how many people are really using their discernment? How many people are really tapped in? Your spirit, I know my spirit team been on me saying, shit, you better make sure this is done, this is done, this is done, all this stuff, right? So I've been obedient. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take care of this and do this and this. How many of y'all really tapped in? How many of y'all really, really are being obedient to your spirit team? Are you literally just into spirituality because it's a trend? I'm going to go smoke and let some people think about that. That's why we're not supposed to take revenge. We're supposed to sit down and shut up and mind our business. But everybody don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? I never want revenge. I would never, ever wish what has happened to me in my lifetime on anybody that I dislike and I don't really care too much for. Because that was a rough time. Being in survival mode with two little children that had to go to school and you didn't know where you was going to go or what you was going to do and all that other stuff. Y'all, that's really, really hard watching two little kids sit here. And I got to thank for all three of us. See what I'm saying? That's a horrible, horrible way, like a horrible situation to be in. Exactly. Now, let me sit out here and hear a mother say, well, listen, I had to go over here and do this. I couldn't pay the rent. Ma'am, you had to do what? You didn't pay them kids rent for what? There is nothing that should be overpaying that the kids rent to make sure they got somewhere to sleep. I don't give a fuck. All you got is just buying them a pack of noodles. Why ain't you done that? Why? What's going on here? Y'all see? Priorities. Priorities. Motherfuckers gonna be mad. I don't give a fuck about you being mad. Unsubscribe, whatever. It don't matter. But it's true. Cause I see I see mamas out here that consistently come to me and they like, VG, how can I go out here and they'll be like, I need something, give me something about my career. How can I go out here and do what I need to do here and what I need to do here? How can I protect myself? Because they really, really concerned about making sure that their kids got a roof over their head. All this shit. Exactly. And it's like, even fighting the war that they're fighting, they still making sure them babies is protected and they got food. And it is what it is. See, y'all, this is another thing, okay? This has been going on with the homelessness, but you have people that has a social media life, okay? I need y'all to pay attention. Y'all, some of these people been living in Airbnbs. They have already been evicted a long time ago. They're just now coming out and saying, oh, I was evicted. I was this, I was that. Y'all, they've been evicted since probably October of last year. But they're coming out and now they're saying this. Do y'all see what I'm saying? They've been lying. The whole time it was, now they can hop on the train and be like, oh, well, yeah, these landlords, yeah, like, but the whole time, y'all, they wasn't paying their bills. They was lying. They was being deceptive. Do y'all see what? So it's like so hard to be like, okay, but some of y'all know that about your family, though. Can I tell you, you know the secret? You're like, bitch, I know what happened. Because you called me and asked me to help you pay your rent. And I told you I didn't have it. That was like 7 months ago. I mean, I'm just saying. That's like prom season. Y'all spent all this money on prom, but you didn't pay your rent. Now you're sitting here and it's like, what's... Y'all, I'm telling people looking at priorities right now. And And a lot of people has not been telling the truth, literally, about what had been going on from the very beginning here. They already, the landlord done gave them 3 months to get their shit together, but they didn't get their shit together. They was too busy out here in the Matrix. Y'all, the Matrix is fucking struggling really, really bad. Because how many of my spiritual people have you already had to uproot and move? You don't hear us complaining. You don't hear us about having to uproot and move. How many times have we had to uproot and move consistently? Because guess what? This has been a whole thing for us. We've all had to adjust to survival. So now when you try to put us in survival mode, we like, oh, so we doing this again? Oh, okay. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Oh, okay. That's why you don't hear us out here moaning and groaning and crying and all upset, because we've been put in survival mode so long that that's the only thing that we know. And look at these other people in these other countries. Look, Philippines. Please enlighten us. Do you know how they've been living like this? I'm good, sis. They've been living like this in survival mode. Like, so many people got so comfortable with this right here, and everybody kept saying, "Pay attention, go do this. Make sure you got this. Make sure you at least got your 2 months worth of dry goods, okay? Because it's gonna be a shortage. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that." Nobody want to listen. And then what makes it so bad is everybody was crossing their own family members out, and family don't even want to open the door for family anymore because they can't be trusted. That's what I'm getting at, collective. Okay? How many of y'all can literally say, if shit hit the fan, how many people would you let in your home? I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I'm going to let y'all think about that. Because the betrayal has been so deep. And you know that people can't be trusted, right? How many people can you actually... I think you'd probably let a stranger in before you let somebody in close from your bloodline in. And that's a damn shame. But that's where we're at, right? That's why the shit. Soul family. Right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all hold on. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, thank y'all for being patient. Um, Yo, I just had a epiphany about something. Why do I feel like under this new moon in Capricorn, you're about to find out a lot of shit's just an illusion. Okay, there's a lot of things that is a huge illusion, and that's why people are scattering, right? Remember how I said there were signs of certain things like with jobs and homes and properties and the finance situation. Something is fixing to be illuminated. Because what was actually a bad situation for the people is actually fixing to turn into a really good situation. Are y'all hearing me clearly? Look, many are searching for this because everybody's sitting here saying, "Hold up, what just happened?" Something from the past is being erupted here, okay? And it's all fixing to start making sense. Why certain things is collapsing, certain things are going where it's going, okay? Sorry, y'all. My chat stopped for a second. Tell me about this energy here. Traveling. This karmic female from somebody's past is trying to travel away. Okay? So like this, say this is a karmic boss. They closing down the company. Why is she trying to travel away and go somewhere else? Was this rejection for your protection? And you just didn't know it? Distant future. This is actually going to help your future because whoever this is and whatever they doing, something's fixing to be uncovered and somebody trying to run away from something. Okay? And this here is actually going to be better. Because somebody they was doing some type of work. Somebody couldn't be the rising star. Somebody here, they could probably be having problems in their own commitment. And something is now they got to travel away. They got to rush away. It ain't no confusion. It ain't no illusion. Because somebody can't, they don't have real love for people. There was something, somebody was gaining something here, y'all. And now they can't gain it anymore. Because I was seeing something about a lot of fraud. A whole lot of fraud is being done here. And it's like, there was some people, y'all remember what I said about sitting at tables and they didn't know what people was into? You're watching it happen right now. And it was actually a blessing in disguise, okay? I don't know who this message is for, but it's a blessing in disguise about this change. Year 9. Y'all see that? That's the number 9 on that card. Because you found out about people's character, their morals, their values. Whenever something was going down, and it's like, oh, I gotta go. So it was like clear the table. Okay, everybody gotta go. This is it. That's all. Somebody traveling, they got the hell on down the road somewhere. Because somebody got a message. Because somebody was abusing their power. They was doing something here, collective. And they didn't want people to know because somebody come in and said something. Was you the person that come in the company and said something? You're very gifted. You was picking up on something. You done something. And it like, your energy walking in, you literally like, exposed a whole situation. Something about this. About some type of relationship that somebody was having. Y'all remember how we had been picking up on the co-workers? People been sleeping with people at the job and all of this other stuff? Yeah. Now all of a sudden everybody got to travel away. Because see, you got in that Queen of Swords energy. You was like, nah, hold on. There's something right here. You're pushing me out of my position. Yeah. Because there was never going to be no unexpected money. That was just a lie. We're going to give you this position. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That was a lie the whole time. Occupation. A lot of people was like, hold on, what just happened here? That quick. If somebody can pull the rug that quick out from underneath the foundation, how solid was that foundation? Right, collective? Can't keep you in bondage no more because you're not settling. Yeah, you're not settling anymore. You're like reading the fine print, seeing things and looking at things for what it is, okay? Because the breadcrumbing, foundations are in reverse. Y'all know I seen something else too. This can be very significant about mortgages and homes. People bought homes 3 times the price they was actually appraised for. Something about this. Where's the money at though? You got 3 times the price of this house. Where's the money at? Somebody here could be looking, and this ain't no false documentation. They're like, hold up, wait a minute. You told me this house was worth this much. See? Dawn, I can't make this shit up. And look, you could right now be having a whole fucking epiphany, right? At first, y'all was living in a house, and then you ended up in a hotel, and he got his promotion, and he ran off, and he left you. But he actually done you a favor by getting away from him, because whatever promotion he got is now being snatched away. But you see how God still got you covered. That's what I'm telling y'all. It's a lot of it's a whole lot of fear tactics, fear mongering, and things like this. And it's like, hold on. I know that I know the bosses had a meeting in there, but they only took certain people in that meeting. You know, certain people got laid off, and then there were certain people that got fired. Okay, well, let's look at this. The ones that got laid off, at least you left with something. What about the ones that got fired? What was they caught doing? Y'all see what I'm saying? It's so much fraud that's been caught up. And it's like, these are the things that they're not saying. Like, my stomach just feels some type of way because somebody's like, oh shit, that's exactly what was going on. $747. And y'all, it's raining outside. It's supposed to start snowing. Flying monkeys. And it's like, what? Hold on. Because y'all, somebody, rich girl in reverse, whoever this business owner is, she didn't have the money from the beginning to do something. Whoever I'm talking about, okay? And now something from the past is coming back, and now she's sitting over here. Now she's traveling away and got all these people thinking they're fixing to get this, they're fixing to get this house or get this promotion, do this. Nah, that's not the case. Yeah, see, this was some protection around a lot of people in the collective. Because shit, we already been living, okay? Yeah, and then you tapped into your creativity. Now you the boss, and now you have faith. Now somebody can't tell you what you need to do and everything else, because now you have balanced things out, right? And the people in the matrix don't know what balance is, because they will let anybody sell them a dream, right? And it's like, hold on, wait a minute, that don't make me feel good. Wait a minute, what just happened here? Something about this, y'all. This energy's heavy. Yeah, high honor. Don't get on the bed, okay? Mm-hmm. I know. We ain't going out in that rain, sir. See, courthouse, something's not going in somebody's favor, y'all. Okay? This this feminine energy, y'all, she could be put in prison for some type of fraud here. In some type of business, and like she somebody could have had like 300 employees, okay? Could be very significant. Something about a clothing business, something about the beauty industry could be very significant here, okay? Was her name found in a file that was connected to other? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The blessing in disguise. Child, I can't make it up. Blessing in disguise. Karma. And then my dog goes in there and starts drinking his water. Somebody was thirsty as hell to get whatever type of opportunity. They didn't care who they brought to the table, what kind of investors they brought. They didn't care. And now this, and see something about the past. Somebody, this could be a bad investment that somebody made here. Okay, and now somebody got to answer for this. And there's other people that's suffering from this situation. Okay, y'all see where I'm going with this. Yeah. Hello, hello. What's going on, guys? Also, okay, y'all remember I was talking about the memories. Was there a family business of some sort here that was that a family had, and you could have been around as a child and you're remembering certain things about this family business, and you're putting something together with this, and it's like, okay, that's what that was about. Do y'all see? Yeah, something about this. And it's exposing something, because this is something from the past, y'all. That's that's coming back in. Yeah, you got a message about something. Tell me about this message here that my collective got about some money and about some backstab, betrayal, and how somebody don't have no opportunities, and their Ten of Cups is in reverse. Mm-hmm. I heard the ghost has arrived. Did somebody unalive somebody here in this family business so they could get it, and now something is coming to light here? Okay. This could be like a local town business, okay? They've been open for like 20 plus years, and like something's coming to light about something here. Queen of Swords in reverse. Somebody was cold. Somebody is blocked here. Fertility is in reverse. Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. Definitely not celebrating with that. The Nine of Cups in reverse, and then you got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could be two feminine or two masculine energies that went in business together, and now something here is crumbling. Because they didn't care who they sat at the table, as long as they had that money coming in. It didn't care who they had to backstab, betray, or lie on, or whatever, to go on and make something grow here. Is, yeah, to have power. Now the World card, something is being exposed here. Justice is coming in through the building. I feel like a lot of people that has been through this here, okay, is you're gonna get justice for a loss of some kind of employment here, okay, because there was something else going on behind the scenes. Like I said, some people left laid off and some people left fired, but what was the deal, right? It's like sorting through the mess here. It's like there was some type of illusion here for certain people, and it's like, what's going on? This could even have something to do with homes, y'all, as well, okay? You said last night someone really tried to get into my energy. Then it was like a demon was coming toward me, and I woke up before it could get to me. But somebody definitely was trying to tap into my energy. I'm trying to tell you, that's what I'm saying. And now somebody, whatever gifts you have, somebody don't know. Listen now, they can't handle what you see. And now somebody has anxiety, and it's like whatever they called on to try to send toward you and do something, like, yeah, it ain't good. Y'all, I don't know what VG tapped into, but baby, listen, some is a whole illusion here, and I feel like this new moon in Capricorn is about to bring this illusion to light, and this, yeah. It's like one thing ended and something brand new is beginning, and it's going to be like, wow, okay, this is great. Going from despair to great happiness, okay? It's like what I'm getting here. Going straight from despair to great happiness. Because somebody had no self-control. And now they're discontent because they literally could not put this fear in all of these people and doing certain things. And it's like, hold up, wait a minute. Remember I said, shit, people slowing down, they learn to read the fine print of certain things, and people are learning to say, no, like, hold on, I ain't finna do that. Wait, no. I didn't know that y'all had this rule here. I didn't know that you did A, B, C, or D. I didn't know I was going to have to pay triple for this. I didn't know that this position wasn't never going to be open, right? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Competition. Yeah. This is like you working your own business and doing something here, and you notice that somebody's very discontent because you consistently put in work and doing what you're supposed to do, okay? And it was like they would try to get an ally. They didn't care who it was as long as they could get the money, right? And it's like, what just happened here? Okay. Right. Y'all, and I want to say this, okay? Say that you faced all these endings. Now all of a sudden, you're picking yourself back up, everything's slowly getting back balanced, and then you find out that the same person that was sending something to you could have been sitting in a higher position, and now you scrolling your timeline and the whole company went down. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I've actually helped bring a demon out of somebody, and with her situation, I felt like it was an attachment. Um, but that demon didn't want to come out. I think it just depends on the situation. Now I've seen them on people, but it's like I can't really tell you like if they've had it this whole time or if they picked it up, especially like just people walking around or whatever. Now I'll tell you something. I seen something get on to somebody and it's still on them, and I can't help them. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do, but but it's already done got in them. It's done. They're out here just running around crazy. So I don't know. Like, um, I guess it has some. Guess it has a lot to do with people's vibration. I ain't gonna lie, cause it's like what's going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like to where these things can attach to you. You know. See. Mm-hmm. You said it went back into her, so it's like, where did she pick it up at? Is it the man she's sleeping with? Is it what is it? Right? It was almost like that entity was trying to jump into you and it couldn't get into you because you wasn't low vibrational like her. So it had to go back. But see that demon's looking for another vessel. That's what that's giving me too. You're welcome, babies. Cause they need somebody that's got that good energy. So whenever the entities try to jump bodies, they trying to jump into a better vessel. You see what I'm saying? So they can get that good energy. Cause it was almost like that demon was done with her. Like they've already got everything they can out of her. They done sucked all the life out of her. So now they need something else. So when they come around you, it was like, oh shit, hold on, cause it seen the light. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I just feel like tonight there is some type of confusion that's about to be cleared up for a lot of people, and a lot of people about to be like, hold on, because I seen a young lady who they was giving her the information, telling her she was being laid off, and you know what she said to the woman? She said, "This is God pushing me further and taking me somewhere else." And I mean, she's right. Like the girl didn't look at the ending like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I just don't even know about this. Like she just took it with like, oh, okay, cool. This is a sign, right? Excuse me. We sometimes find ourselves in life changing events that is it's happening to us. And then sometimes it's happening for us. Especially if we don't want to close out certain cycles in our life. Have you ever had spirit come in and cause a tower in your life? Because you didn't want to leave that job, you got comfortable, you didn't want to leave that place, you didn't want to leave that person, or whatever the case may be. So then, boom, there was an ending, and you're like, "What just happened here?" I'm just saying, what's going on? We've been here an hour and 40 minutes, collective. Hmm. So, family, I think I'm finna go on and get on up out of here. Do I have anybody else that needs a $20 mini read or two questions for $10? I'm finna go and kick back and relax. It's Friday. I'm just gonna go and lay back and relax. Yes, this energy I was draining. That's why I said, like, I feel like there's some kind of revelation here that's about to happen, and everybody's gonna be like, "Hold up, what?" So this here is really not what's happening, y'all. I'm telling you. Also, Spirit saying, pay attention to the gas prices, cause y'all know normally whenever things is going bad, real bad, gas prices shoot up. They don't shoot down. The y'all clocking what I'm saying here? Yeah. My nose is itching as I say that. All right, so family. Okay. There's certain things I can't say. That man, God is listening now. There's certain things that I can't say, but everybody understands the conversation I'm having with you right now. Everything is not what it seems, and it's. I'm telling you, you're unlocking something and you're figuring something out, and it's like, huh, yeah, it's. So it's just pay attention, y'all. It's some shocking shit that it's about to be that revelation is about to come out. It's about to be like, wow, hold on. That's why I said what is going on is actually a blessing in disguise for certain people. I need y'all to stop panicking. I need you just to be still. Okay? Be still, chill. Cause it's something ain't people are running. You don't do massive shutdowns and just and that's it. And listen now, folks ain't gonna get so far. Okay, I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, y'all have a good weekend. Don't worry yourself about things. Listen, remember what I said. Take care of your stuff and just do what you need to do. Okay. Um. Yeah. I want to send everybody some love, light, and healing. Okay. And I want to send some protection over everybody. And yeah, just pay attention to how you feeling. Okay. What they say, observe the energy, don't absorb it. Okay. I love y'all. Peace.